Allah gave us a commandment. In a sense, "O you who believe, let not one people deride another. It may be that they are better than them." The word disability per se is quite demeaning as it connotes a negative vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, due to usage of words like disability, crippled, retarded, etc., people with different abilities get agonized. In my humble opinion, they should not be referred with said pejorative terms. Rather, we should resort to the usage of them like differently abled persons. Such people should be encouraged to participate in every facet of life. Besides, every one of us must leave no stone unturned to uplift them in our social fabric. In this respect, it is pertinent to discuss CRPD, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. CRPD is an international human rights treaty of the United Nations intended to protect the rights and dignity of persons with disabilities. It was signed on 30th of March 2007, adopted in year 2008, and was ratified by Pakistan in year 2011. The object of CRPD is to lay an emphasis on significance of equal participation of differently abled persons in our strata and to halt impediments to their inclusion. For persons with disabilities, it can be difficult to find a new job. They are constantly confronted with obstacles that are often insurmountable. Persons with disabilities have the right to have equal opportunities like other people. Respected audience, it is noteworthy to mention that all the constitutional guarantees, that is, fundamental rights, take breath from right number 1, that is, security of person, which clearly enunciates that no person shall be deprived of life or liberty save in accordance with law. The Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan, in the case of Shalazia versus Wapda, reported in PLD 1994, Supreme Court, page 693, has efficaciously expounded the right to life by ordaining that the word life employed in Article 9 of the Constitution is very significant as it covers all facets of human existence. Life includes all such amenities and facilities which a person born in free country is entitled to enjoy with dignity, legally and constitutionally, and it cannot be restricted only to the vegetative or animal life, or mere existence from conception to death. While elaborating right to life, Supreme Court of neighboring country, in the case of Mukti Morcha, AIR 1984, Supreme Court, page 802, held the right to live with human dignity must include protection of health and strength of workers, men and women, and of the tender age of the children against abuse, opportunities and facilities for the children to develop in healthy manner and in condition of freedom and dignity. Educational facilities, just and human condition of work and maternity relief. These are the minimum requirements which must exist in order to enable a person to live with human dignity. Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan as a whole does not distinguish between a person with and without disabilities. It recognizes inherent dignity of human being, equal and inalienable right of all the people, regardless of any sort of bifurcation on the basis of caste, creed, color, race, religion, gender, etc. It applies equally to differently abled persons, as calling them with pejorative terms like disabled, mentally retarded, physically handicapped, etc., is coarse and uncalled for. Guaranteeing them full enjoyment of their fundamental rights without discrimination. Ladies and gentlemen, the vital question in this regard which requires to be addressed is that why differently abled persons are meted out with prejudicial treatment on part of society merely on the basis of different abilities they possess. Why they become object of pity while they are in a group. In my humble opinion, it is because of stigma associated with the differently abled persons, coupled with lack of awareness among the people about the rights and liberties of the said people. In addition to that, they are circumscribed to the care centers in some cases, but actually people associate stigma and shame in declaring them or deeming them as a human resource. One more eminent part is how people are viewing disability. People are also seen as disabled by barriers in society, not by their impairment or difference, not by their impairment or difference. Barriers can be physical, like building not having accessible toilets, or they can be caused by people's attitudes to difference, like assuming that disabled people cannot do certain things. We can provide equal rights to the differently abled persons only when we break the stigma and have the acceptance of them as humans. Scott Hamilton, a retired American skater and Olympic gold medalist, rightly said, "The only disability in life is a bad attitude." So going by these words, I think that the person who use pejorative terms for differently able people are in fact the ones who are not able, requiring treatment. Ladies and gentlemen, let us move forward with ambition to uplift the people with different abilities in real sense. Thank you for very much for patient hearing.